That was an error. Okay. Alright, so this game, I'm going to just go ahead and say that my ally did a quick tech. I'm not really sure how he did it, but he was running around the entire beginning of the game with just his Death Knight and maybe like a handful of ghouls that he was using to chop wood, which I found to be pretty interesting. I'm not going to look at these guys for a little bit. I'm going to look over here and see what these guys are doing. Like, these guys might not be the best opponents, but it's something to kind of show that if you like running around with a Death Knight Lich and a Dark Ranger, that you can definitely copy this build order. So basically, what he does is he builds a crypt and a graveyard, and that's it. And then it looks like he's going to tech without building anything else. I'm imagining that's what he's going to do, because otherwise he wouldn't be sitting here with a late hero. And then he's probably going to get a second goal with the crypt, and then just sit at 9 out of 10 food until he can afford a ziggurat and an altar. Yeah, and this guy's Canadian, so I don't think he's a map hacker. I totally stalked him after the game. I whoised him, and then he was sitting in the Canadian channel, so I guess he's Canadian, which means that he probably doesn't hack, because I don't think you can download map hack in Canada. I don't think that it's allowed. I think that everybody has, like, just their internet. Like, you can't download torrents, you can't do anything like that, so I think he's good to go. Yeah, now he's clicking on his echo, waiting to build the freaking, ready to build the altar. He's probably spamming something. He might be spamming BR to build the relics over and over again, but who knows. Actually, I can check right now. I can check. Let's see what he was doing. What was he doing? What were his actions? Does this actually show the actions? Oh no, it doesn't show the individual actions on this one. I might be able to get a different replay parser, but let's see. Open with. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Fuck that. There are some replay parsers that'll let you check the individual like actions as people are using them, but I'm too lazy to fucking use that. I might have one installed, but I'm way too lazy to open that shit up. So now that we have the mystery of red understood, you know, he's got the altar, he's got the ziggurat. Usually if you build the altar first and then the ziggurat, they're usually going to time each other out about right. So it's exactly the same as if you build crypt, altar, and then ziggurat. So let's look out here. I think they saw dual undead, so paladin is a good choice. Sitting his blade master here AFK is not a good choice. That's absolutely fucking terrible. Teal sucks. In green, I think later in the game he does some stupid stuff, like he leaves his ally by himself to chase me. But let's not spoil the game. I fucking dare you guys to like remember what I just said there. And now I guess they're creeping together. I'm gonna do it on their vision, just because I want to see if they ping or anything. So here I am with my Dreadlord. Here, let's talk about my strategy. So my strategy is to go crypt graveyard, but I end up going ghouls, and then I get a skull token and a a blight stick. And I got dust too, because if there's a blade master and you don't have dust, like, you're pretty fucked. And I like to win a good majority of my games instead of just like leaving it up to chance. So here I am, just taking these units and attack this, take these units up here, attack this one, and I creep this pretty easily because this guy usually attacks the skeletons. So I lose one ghoul, and then that's about it, because the rest of them, they just attack skellies. Yeah, I probably could have microed that ghoul better, but yeah, it wasn't really... I'm not really that good, so I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. And then this guy, like, as long as the ghouls don't have under 180 health, I think he always attacks the skeletons. So here I am sending the skeleton, like, over here or something to scout and make sure that nobody's going to creepjack me this way. And then I'm probably going to send something out this way to see if somebody's going to creepjack me. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe... Okay, so his hero's finally here. And he's almost at tier 3 right now, with a lich on the way. So this build order, basically you just spam stuff. He doesn't build anything other than ghouls. He's building up to 5 ghouls. He's building up to 5 ghouls, it looks like. Getting the lich out and then going to tier 3. He's got not a lot of resources, so... And then here on my end, I'm building an expansion, the Ziggurat, with the Tomb of Relics. I always get the Tomb of Relics in the front because, like, in the heat of battle, like, I'm not going to go all the way back here to get a fucking skeleton rod. But if I build a Tomb of Relics right here, I can buy potions, mana potion, I can buy, like, all sorts of potions, TPs, relics, dust, like, anything I need without having to go all the way back to my base, which is a huge pain in the ass. So I just build it instinctively on every map, even on maps where it's not really convenient. I just build it there anyways. And then here we're obviously creepjacking them, and I think the orc was kind of too focused on... We're gonna slow it down to 1/2 speed. I think the orc is kind of too focused on finishing the creeps off. Maybe it's that I slept his blade master, which messed him up. So right now he's trying to attack his own blade master, and the rest of his grunts aren't really doing anything. And now he starts attacking the creeps again, and it's like, oh, I'm playing Dota or something. And you don't want to be playing Dota when there's a bunch of ghouls like surrounding your grunts. Yeah, and now they're probably gonna get my Dreadlord to use the potion, but that's not a big deal. Oh yeah, I used the potion at the same time as he coiled, which is... You don't want to do that. You want to use the invulnerability potion when you have no other heals left. Like, that should be your last resort. I'm not really sure exactly how to explain why. I just deduced that at one point a long time ago when my brain was working a little bit better. So, yeah, just always use the invulnerability potion last. Because once they start targeting, like, okay, this is why. So, when your hero is getting attacked, you want that hero to soak up as much damage as possible so that other units don't soak up damage. Like, if you can TP away with your Dreadlord at, like, let's say 80 health instead of 285, that's better than your Dreadlord TPing away at 285 health and then you losing another Crypt Fiend, for instance. So typically, if you use the Greater Healing Potion, they'll continue attacking your hero and not your Crypt Fiend, and your Crypt Fiend won't die. That's a completely made up scenario, and it usually doesn't happen like that, but that's the gist of why you want to use the Greater Heal Potion before you use the Invulnerability. There might be some weird tactical situation where the Invulnerability will, like, break a surround or something, but typically you want to use the Invulnerability Potion last. And here I am running around with my Dreadlord. They've decided that they're going to focus fire heroes a lot this game. Probably because we don't have any units, but, you know, these guys aren't the greatest players. Alright, so we're going to pause it, and we're going to go look at what Red's doing. Okay, he's still going to Black Citadel. Okay, the game has not elapsed at all. I've just been talking my freaking ear off. And then here I started noticing that the Paladin was healing dumb shit, like Footman. And I told my partner to start focus firing the footman so that he'll waste mana on the footman. And I think that worked out. See, my Dreadlord, like, I keep telling him to do stuff, but he doesn't do it. And that happens. So I'm going to speed it up to 1x again. And we'll watch the Blade Master kind of run around and try to get healed. And the Paladin's staying at pretty high mana. And then here's Red. He takes all his ghouls. He's got, Red has got 406 lumber, and that's when he decides to take all but one ghoul. He thinks 406 lumber is enough to get him to tier 3, all the tier 3 stuff that he wants. And again, he might just be doing this because it's dual undead, expecting me to go the standard build, which I didn't. This would probably synergize really well with the standard undead build, where you just go Death Knight Crypt Fiends. So if you're ever in an RT game and you're dual undead, instead of being like, oh my god, dual undead sucks, they have a fucking paladin and it's killing everything, you can try this strat, which is pretty good. But you gotta make sure that your ally has a lot of units, otherwise you're gonna get fucked. And now here it's just like a micro battle, you know, constant. Green is kind of like leaving for no reason over and over again, and that's kind of annoying. I really feel like Red is a Dota player, because he was really bad at the beginning, like he wasn't doing anything, he was just sitting in his base, kind of AFKing. And now he's like right-clicking shit. 20 micros. I'm gonna watch him micro. So in this fight, yeah, it's just kind of like bad versus bad. There's a huge swarm of units, and they're like afraid to engage near the towers, so there's like this huge back and forth, and until Teal gets like raiders or something, until he gets raiders out, like they can't really do anything to stop us from running away and keeping our ghouls alive. Like, how many ghouls do I have? Probably a lot. Yeah, like 4, and then no hurt ones. I thought I had another hurt one up here. Oh, this one. And then Red is checking to tier 3. Once he gets to tier 3, what does he do? He is out of gold because he just bought an orb. Did he buy an orb? No, he bought a Dark Ranger. And now he bought an orb. And now he's completely out of gold. And he builds that and that. So I guess that 406 gold was enough to build all the crap he needed to build. He made sure not to lose any ghouls, which is very important. Well, it looks very important, but I'm not sure if it's completely necessary. I would say try to keep 3 alive if you're going to try to do this build order. And yeah. So there we go, we got the Mountain King. Well, we will. I think it's like a weird skelly kill or something, yeah. Because he can't get out of range, like his ally was blocking the shit out of him. That was kind of a cool kill right there. Man, having watched this game really ruins, like, there's no tension, there's no suspense. It's just like, oh, this Mountain King's gonna die, check it out. Anyway, get that raider, there we go. And so now here comes the back and forth where I attack from one side and he attacks from the other side, and hopefully I can get a fucking potion. But no, I get body blocked. Do I get a potion? Do I get the potion off? No. No. Oh, am I not tier 2? Oh, I'm not tier 2. Shit. I think, I swear to God, I don't really know what happens here, so I'm gonna slow it down and go to Teal's. Okay, so I use a potion. And then I buy a new one. And then I get fucking raped by a Blade Master. Yeah. Bam. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. And he doesn't even know who like me. He goes, that's the Blade Master. Yeah, there was nothing I could do to get out of that. I was like trapped, I think. Yeah, this is a... Nope, it's not a body block, so I could have paid more attention, but I think I was like microing elsewhere. I was surrounding grunts. I think I killed... What did I kill here? A raider and a grunt. See, like, you can see like the horse with full legs. That's the raider, and then the grunt right there. So I traded like a potion and a hero that was probably gonna die no matter what. And then whatever red killed, where did red kill? Red might have killed something up here while I was doing that. So I don't really know how I could have got my Dreadlord away from that. Maybe like kept running with the Blade Master would have got me no matter what. And then the Paladin. Yeah, he can get out of there easy too. So at this point, we've got red building a destroyers. He's got a boneyard. He's getting ready to make frostworms. And over on my side, we've got me going dual crypt ghouls. And oh, I've started to get crypt fiends now. Basically, once I feel like my army is strong enough, once I feel like my heroes are strong enough, just based on their army, I'll just kind of gauge their army. Like, right now their army is small enough. Like, if it's a big army, then I'm usually going to go ghouls. But since their army is really small right now, and they don't have a lot of melee, I'm going to go crypt fiends. And the reason for that is because once their army gets small, that usually means that there's tech coming behind it. And so you want to have those crypt fiends, and you want to have a slaughterhouse right here to start getting the tech units that are going to really help you win the end game in 2-on-2. So Troop is getting destroyers and frostworms, and I am getting probably destroyers and crypt fiends. I upgraded. Did I upgrade my crypt fiends? Yeah, I upgraded them once. So that means that's what I'm committing to. And so I told him to creep that because I just scouted them with like a skeleton or something down here. And I knew they were creeping that. And so he's gonna run in and do a base hit, which is pretty sexy. Let's see what green does to micro this. Or TPs. Green TPs. But I don't think he's strong enough to kill it. Okay, he does a preemptive TP, so it doesn't really matter. So red needs to creep a little bit more. And I need to creep more efficiently. Getting my Dreadlord like almost dead. So all in all, that was better for their team because we both lost 1 TP, but this guy's creeping better, more efficiently. And then here I am tipping myself off, or tipping them off that I think originally I thought that they hadn't crept this yet, so I was going to creep it. But it turns out I was able to buy an invulnerability and a health salve. And then I sent a skeleton right here to kind of check for creep jacks. You got to do that stuff, otherwise your record's going to get really bad really quick. And so green's going to creep this, teal's going to creep this. And again, this shows like them wasting a lot of time and us not wasting a lot of time. Kind of shows the difference between like League of Legends players who might be good at the micro stuff, but aren't so good at the deciding when to move their stuff around and stuff. And the true real-time strategy players who don't waste time. And now it is Red. Does he have a frost room yet? He has one frost room. I think he's only got the one. And so an interesting thing happens during this battle. I'm gonna try to commentate it as it goes, as it plays out, and then kind of explain like why it happened. Because the game is pretty much over right now, but I kind of do something to make it more over. We kind of do something to make it more over than it already is. So I see the human right here, and I'll do it on their perspective. So the human is chasing me. The orc TPs, and I know for a fact that the orc cannot beat him. So I kind of just like run away and let the human chase me, so that the orc gets fucked. And you can kind of watch the orc get fucked because he doesn't really have anything to combat the mass air. I think he was able to hex the frost worm, or yeah, he hexed the frost worm, so it kind of looks decent, but like he did absolutely nothing. And then the human is just like chasing me with knights, and then the human comes back, and then, you know, I warn him, oh, the human's coming, but he doesn't care because he freaking, yeah, had already killed him, and he had a bunch of skeletons there to block. So he might lose his Death Knight, but that's not the worst thing in the world to happen. So yeah, if your ally is doing a good fight, and you can get one of the opponent, like if your ally is fighting, like let's say, if you're fighting against green, and red is fighting against teal, and red is doing a really good job against teal, but you're not so great against green, you can kind of just like lure him away, and hope that he takes the bait, and then you can kind of like edge the game into your favor by doing stuff like that. It's kind of an advanced strategy, but in the heat of the moment, you should be able to do it as long as you're comfortable with the game and you're not like desperately, frantically trying to like TP to your ally's base or something. It's kind of a cool thing to do. Cool. Now I'm going to try to post this replay. So I will go to here, stop streaming.